G'day friends. Oof, boy have I got exciting stream tonight. It's been a good couple of weeks for cool toy soldier deliveries. We'll show her off in a minute, a little bit later on. We're going to finish off this model tonight, I think. Yep. Not an awful lot left to go. G'day, Space Toy. Oh, but it's not just that, mate. I also got these mad dogs. So I'll look at those later on too. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Booyah. G'day, Frog Jim. Yes, you would have seen, friends, last week I did a pretty big launch on the weekend for the Crimson Brush, a painting competition we'll be hosting at CanCon. Hope to see as many of you Australians there as we can get. Unlikely we'll see many of our overseas compatriots, but one can hope. Okay, so where I'm feeling like we need to go with this is let's go from browns out to blues. Yeah, I like that idea. So we need a nice dark brown. Yeah, probably Rhinox hide will be good. We might go for a oh, that's not ideal, Deno. Big chunk on your brush there. Yeah, one day. Hey, I hope everyone gets to come out one day. That'd be outstanding. And don't worry, mate. I'm quite comfortable doing that, so I will. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna go brown. This is literally not something I've thought about at all. Just going to start. My team's playing at in the cricket tonight, so. What's that, mate? You finished that model that you've been waiting on finishing for like the last 8 years, or what? Is that all you got for me? Guess what? And then no follow-up? Yeah, just fucking play my show, you stupid fucking thing. Put it on. Any wickets? Come on, boys. No. I haven't seen the new one yet. I'll make a point of not checking it out until you finish the other one, so my girlfriend can judge this competition. She's very enthusiastic about telling some strangers on the internet how terrible they are. One of the simple joys in life, really, isn't it? I know I certainly enjoy it. G'day, Conrad. Yeah, that's a shame. Would love to see you down here, mate. Maybe one time in the future. been using this colour a lot recently. It's called Pastel Blue from Vallejo model colour. I'm not sure if I like it. It's weird, but I'm always like grabbing for it at the moment. I'm like, yeah, what I need is some pastel blue. It's a piss sweet colour and it always dries darker. Yeah. He's a lovely man, Seb. It's going to be wondrous to see him again in the flesh. Alright, Spider-Man tickets are booked Friday night. We'll be able to talk about it next stream. Or probably not, because not everyone will have seen it. But yeah, should be good. I'm glad you feel the same way as I do. I'm not enthusiastic about these feathers. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Eternals. But the reviews that I've read haven't been glowing. And it's a shame, really, because Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, on the other hand, was just outstanding. So to follow up with Eternals, disappointing. But yeah, haven't seen it, so can't comment. I'm sure it's not as bad as people thought. Maybe. Maybe it'll be better on 2nd, 4th, 17th viewings. Anybody got time for that? Yeah, I've decided to wait for Disney to release it on Disney Plus before I watched it, so it sounds like that was the right decision. Hawkeye. You mean? Haven't watched it yet. I've been my week to week. Yes, good catch, Mudgy. My week to week has been taken up with Wheel of Time, so I decided not to try and do Hawkeye week to week, and I'll do that in a binge on my holidays coming up. Alright, while we wait for this to dry for a little bit, let's just have a little bo peep at this piece of majesty that I've picked up today. A little something I prepared earlier. This is from CHK Studio, who streams on this wonderful platform. And as you all know, I like to try and collect pieces from artists that I like. I like to try and collect one piece from each artist. I also like to get a piece that I feel is really representative of their style and what they do well. And I try to, and I also try to support, streamers, people that are doing stuff that I can support. So this is CHK Studio. I asked him about this pretty much straight away, and interestingly, the thing that got me was actually the skulls. I just loved the skulls. I found the whole value shift in the skulls to just be really, really awesomely done. I talk a lot about contrast and talk a lot about other painters' works and how sometimes they don't have the same level of value contrast as mine does. This guy absolutely punches the contrast. It is right up my alley. It's right in my ballpark. The skin tone, the depth of colour in the skin tone, he goes up to a very high highlight up there. I talked a lot about Moldy Center, thanks for the raid, my friend. We're just looking at a piece that I purchased from a friend. You look at these little tattoos, war paint. Fuck, it's not that precise. Look, let's even have a zoom in here, and you can have a close look. All right, look at the little Z's on the arm there. Thanks for the raid, champion. I'll give you a shout out in a second. You know, that's not perfection. That's not flawless zigzags. It's just good enough that when you zoom out, you look at it and you go, yeah, that looks fucking sick. It does go really well, champion. I'll show off a piece that I'm doing as soon as I finish a little review of this piece. So you're getting close and you can see the skin tone, you can see the brush marks, you can see where, you know, there's texture and there's vibrancy and there's life. I love all of it. But yeah, the skulls is what got me. If you look at the color, the nuance, you know, the value shift in the skulls, it's outrageous. So yeah, I'm absolutely stoked with this. It's rocketed up my rankings of my favorite pieces. I think maybe Natalia's that I picked up the other week is just a little bit more, and I'm in love with it because of how different it is. But this one is, this one's up there. Valzir, it's actually a figure from a company called Big Child Creatives. It's called Northern Wind, and I've actually painted a version of it myself that isn't anywhere near as good as that. This is what I'm working on today. I'm working on this piece, which is called Thanatos from, what's the name of this mob? Michael Contreras Collectibles. Let's get physical. Moldy Santa, what were you doing on your stream today, champion? Let's go have a look. Moldy Santa. Everyone should go follow Moldy Santa. Get on that. What a champion. Fall Guys. I fucking love Fall Guys. That's not entirely true. I don't own any platforms that allow you to play Fall Guys. I don't do it. What I do is I go to my friend's house and he's got it and he plays it and I play it with his kids. And we have a fucking ripping good time. Look at this lunatic. Blah, 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 blah. What's he wearing there? Has he got a hat or something there? Well, this is impressive. This is impressive Falls Guys skills.
Alright. Yeah, we've got people making it.
Oh, that's a tough. I've never done that one. Oh, that's good skills from this guy. What a beast.
We're good.
Don't go too hard, son.
Too slow, son. I got out of my way.
What a fun game it is, though. Nope, I do not mind at all, mate.
We're good. So long as there's no grabbers.
Look at this. This is magnificent. It's like watching a pro. Oh, he nearly lost it at the last second. Oh, wow. Awesome. We'll go follow that guy, friends. What a champion.
Come on, monkey.
Monkey. No, I was just watching a friend who raided us before, what he was doing. Alright. I'm going to switch to a smallish brush for this one. So feathers, welcome to painting feathers. One of the most monotonous fucking things you can ever do. And I'm also not very good at them, so Oh, Swepo, come on, mate. Alright, let's begin the tedium. I've got lots of speedy tricks for a lot of things, friends. Unfortunately, I don't have a speed method for feathers. You can sometimes dry brush them, sometimes. Not all the time. I'm so excited about painting feathers. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think most people hate feathers. My friend, I would love to provide you some feedback. Feel free to throw the pictures in the chat. Anything to get me away from painting feathers for a few brief moments of my life. Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that. I will. Alright. That is a good point. You've made a terrible mistake. I believe I've already provided you feedback on this one, my friend. Well, everyone gets one feedback a model, mate. You don't get to have 17 dips. But I think it's very cool. I like it. Nice. Okay. I did salt weathering on my stream a little while back, mate. But I wouldn't generally recommend it for display painting, as you can get a salty sort of residue if you don't clean it off properly, which I didn't. And that's easy enough to correct as well, but it does require additional effort using, believe it or not, olive oil and some other bits. So yeah, the hairspray would probably be what I would go for was I to do it again on a display figure. But I love that technique. Just feel like it's unappreciated by the display painting group. A lot of the mecha guys and stuff, they use it all the time. Yeah. So the thing about gloss varnish, I love it. Like, I love the contrast of matte finishes alongside shiny stuff. It creates a lot of visual interest. Does a few things though. Doesn't photograph as well usually, but it usually makes it look better in the hand. The only thing you got to be aware of is gloss varnish will make your colours look a lot more saturated. My understanding is that it's because the light is reflecting more from a glossy surface, so you're getting much more intense colour as a result, which is why a lot of game colours, a lot of Citadel and so on, they have a satin finish because it gives you a more intense colour because it's reflecting more light. But so yeah, just something to be aware of. But I love a gloss finish. And in fact, I'll be doing gloss on the base on this piece. As an example of that, a prime example of that sitting right here is CHK's chick. So there's gloss varnish on the blood. The blood's gloss varnishing. When it catches the light from different angles and stuff, particularly in the hand, you see it a lot more in the hand. But if you look up here on this bit, that contrast, you really notice that. I love it. Get it done. No boundaries for 40 balls. Go, boys. Oh. Oh, yes. It is. Sort of. I've already done a review, but I'm going to do another one a little bit later on, so something to look forward to. But let me just say, Bucks, just like, the guy speaks my language. Really speaks my language. He's just huge contrast, huge value shift across the piece. It's just like from the T. Dennison textbook of things that I love. So, I'm excited. We may actually go all the way up to black here, maybe. Could be interesting. Yeah, absolutely. You look up, what is Trent Dennison like in miniature painting, and there's a picture of CHK Studios' work. The guy's name's Tony, by the way. He's a lovely man. I've told the story several times, but he rated on my stream one time, and I just happened to have a picture up of SMC a few years ago when I was lucky enough to receive an award, and standing fucking next to me is CHK Studio. I had no idea. Didn't know the guy from Borough Soap. I was a bit starstruck because I was standing next to Ruben Martinez, Mark Masklins, Andy Wardle, Kaha. Just like all of my heroes. So I wasn't paying an awful lot of attention to the people who I didn't recognise. Yeah, jet of a painter. That was me, yep. Definitely did not deserve to be in that particular group of great people, but I'll take it. Every now and then you have an idea that comes together. That was one of them. Dave Soper does do classes. I'm not sure if he does private lessons. That guy is an absolutely ballistic painter. I'm not sure I want to paint the way that he paints though. That's just my own personal preference there. Because he's a Fruit Loop. Switch to a warmer highlight colour there. Pastel yellow maybe. There you are. Butcher of Narn, I will tell you a fantastic story. The other night it was 12 o'clock at midnight. The Big Dino was trawling the YouTubes. It actually was trawling the YouTubes for once. I think I was on a diorama bender about watching how to fucking wire something. And my phone buzzes and I get an email, and it's Chimera saying, "Big Deno, the time has come for you to get a new Chimera paint set." And I was thinking to myself, yes, what about the luck? What about the luck that I've just found tonight? Here comes a fucking email just as I'm about to go to bed saying, "Get on board, the new paint set's here." I felt like it was serendipitous, felt like it was a sign. I logged on to my emails on my computer. I clicked the link straight to the page. Doesn't work. I load up my phone, click the link. Doesn't work. I'm absolutely spewing at this point. I'm like, fuck, I really want to get a set. This is bullshit. What's going on? And after about 5 minutes of like trying various clicks and stuff, I just left it. I just left it. I was like, this is bullshit. Got the shits. And I look at my phone about 10 minutes later and the page is loaded on my phone. And I'm just like, oh, it's fucking beauty. So I click the add to cart. 5 minutes later, the fucking product goes in my cart. I'm like, yes. Click the checkout. Go to cart, go to fucking shopping cart, check this bad boy out. So loads up the cart, 15 minutes later. Please put your address in. Type in my address. Click the PayPal checkout button. I'm like, it's happening. the thing pops up and says, "We already have an email address associated with this account. Please log in to continue." So I've been on there for about 40 minutes now doing 4 clicks. So I just said, fuck it, I'm not going to use my email. I don't care about the points or anything like that. I use my other email address, but I can click the button. Magnificent. It's going to check out. I click the checkout button. It's about to send me to PayPal. You know what it comes up with? You cannot buy something when your card is empty. The fucking card had been emptied by someone, somehow, at some point, an hour after I got on. And I just said, yep, fuck that noise. So I went to bed. I woke up the next morning, clicked on the link, the website loaded straight away. I ordered it, it went in my cart, took me about 6 seconds. I wasn't well pleased at that point, if I can be honest. But I got a set. We got a set. So I doubt it'll be in the first 100. Doubt it'll be in the first 500, but I will be very enthusiastic when it does arrive because I've really been using my chimeras a lot recently. I did just get some messages from Tony about the model that arrived, so should reply to him. The great man. Yeah, they're fantastic. They're designed for, you know, what we do, which is good. Tony, my man. Yeah. Yeah, I think probably what they did is they just went, you know what, let's just let people pre-order them as many as they want, and then we'll manufacture the demand. They'll probably be sending those in 6 months' time, I reckon. There's absolutely no way they've got enough. Get out, get out, get out. Oh! Fuck. Muji. 1,500 sets is a lot. That impresses me. They must have learnt from how poorly they went last time. Favourite cricket player of all time? Adam Gilchrist. Love Gilly. Warney's a close second. So here's the thing. I have in the past followed Formula One quite aggressively. Ever since Mark Webber lost the championship to Sebastian Vettel, it crushed me. It absolutely crushed me, and I haven't really been able to watch it since. So I didn't watch it, but I have been keeping a little eye on it. Yeah, pretty amazing finish. Final lap. Vettel. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Gilly was not a popular man when he took over from Heels. I think he went alright in the end though, mate. One of my favourite cricket moments is his century at the Wacker in the Ashes. Second fastest century in Ashes history. Magnificent. But yeah, he's a jet. Well, that one was so good, and Weber was an annoying fuck, right? Because he was a good driver. He was an excellent driver, and he just made some fucking shocking decisions on occasion. And you know, that weekend was just crushing because you finally felt like he was there. He was there to win it, and then Vettel. Poof. Man, if I was Webertron that day, there is every chance I would have clocked him. I just walked up and punched him in the mouth. Wouldn't have cared. Singapore, I think it was. Singapore Grand Prix. Oh, catch. Oh. Yeah. Good catch, Baz. Go the heaters. Hey. Yeah, well, I've only done 3 streams on her. But yeah, I had to do the base as well, buddy. So that's what we did yesterday. So this is where we're at. We'll probably finish it tonight, I think. Yeah, she's coming out alright. Yeah, it should be finished tonight. Hey, check this out, my friend. I bought this. She turned up today, literally today. Got quite a few figures in my collection now. Maybe I'll try and bring some to Crystal. Cool, Crimson Brush. It's called Crimson Brush now. Yeah. Do or do not, mate. There is no try. Yeah. So I was saying before, I like to do little reviews when these turn up. This is from CHK Studio, Antonio Garcia. What I love about it, what drew me to buying it, was these skulls. Like, let's have a little zoom on the skulls. They're just, you know, textured, contrasted, nuanced, and he's managed to go from like really bright down to really dark, but it's like a neutral green, sort of grey colour, and they just look sublime. I love them, and I loved them from the moment I saw this piece, and the rest of it I think adds overall, but this was why I bought it, was this area. You can see the level of you know, perfection on these sorts of symbols is not actually, it's not perfect. Probably the best is these two on the lips here, right? And the eyes is just, you know, looks cool, but this isn't perfection. It's just some symbols. This isn't perfection, but it just sells the overall piece. This is great. Look at how much value there is in these. I love that. You know, the hair's another example. He hasn't poured hours and hours into getting ultra smooth blends. He's just focused on getting the lights in the right spot, making sure he's got enough value on the whole piece, and he's really pumping the contrast in the skin tone. You know, you can see from here, which is the brightest, down into, hey mittens, down into these deep reds and pink tones in here. He really punches contrast into skin tones, but probably more so than any other painter that I know. Maybe other than myself. That's so much value shift. And then yeah, the non-metallic metal, the rust, the blood effects, it all comes together in a really awesome piece. So I'm pretty chuffed that I own it. And yeah, this little head is nicely done as well. So yeah, the plinth is cool. It's actually removable, Just a piece of wood that he got laser cut by one of his mates. It's just dead set red paint, but yeah, you can actually angle it however you want. You know, get the right angle. I could probably even move her further forward and have it even up further behind her. You know, but yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I'm very pleased that she's in my collection. Benny the dog. How do I do it, mate? If you just give me one reply and tell me how to do it, I'll do it. Benny. Don't be a holdout on me, Benny. Benny. You're a fuckwit, Benny. Anyway, yeah, so pretty chuffed with that one. Yeah, so at this point in time, I probably will try and bring, because I've got nothing of my own to bring, so I'll probably try and bring stuff down, because I think I'm driving this year. I think I'm going to drive down from Brisbane down to Canberra. So I should be able to pack my display case. Should be able to fill up a whole display case, actually. Be able to bring most of them. Got a lot of pieces now. Yeah. Have you just been buying and selling stuff recently? Like you haven't really, painting and selling stuff. You haven't really managed to keep much of your own works recently, or? Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see something specifically painted for it. But yeah, mate. For me, priority number one is you just being there. Anything else is gravy, right? Ah, beautiful. Should be a very, very fun weekend, I hope. Everything's looking good for the organisation side of things. We're pretty much on track now. Website's up, ticket purchasing's up. Yeah, we can pretty much do everything that needs to be done now. The rest of it is just some legwork on the day. On your mittens, you're a wonderful human. Oh, you beauty, Narbiget. Yeah, and can we just make an observation about the pledge manager? Really badly designed pledge manager. Wasn't good. Thanks, Adakim. G'day, mate. And thanks for following the Crystal Brush on Crimson Brush, sorry. I've got to get that right. Got to focus. Crimson Brush. Crimson Brush. On Instagram. Crimson. Yep, it's locked in now. Never get it wrong again. Proceeds to get it wrong every time for the next fucking 3 years. Yeah, that's it. I told you. I told you. Told you you'd regret that. Ooh. Yeah, this one. Yep. So we're probably not happy with the couple of areas at the moment. The face is still a work in progress. We need to just refine that and figure out what I want to do with the eyes. Happy with the medals mostly. The finger claws haven't been done yet, and the helmet I think needs something else. I need to do something else to that. But yeah, and this good shot. This purpley pants bit isn't really good yet. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this sort of transition. G'day celery. Up into this, and then yeah, trying to go really warm up the top, almost yellowish. Probably could do a little smoothing on, you know, a couple of these little highlight areas, but yeah, probably not too concerned in the long run. I did do some airbrushing on that, but I think it needs a little more work still, so I probably will indeed do that, Conrad. Yeah, I think she's coming out okay. I wasn't sure on the figure. Wasn't sure on the figure in general, right? But like when I started painting, I thought, oh my god, what have I got myself into here? This is fucking outrageous. But yeah, in the end, I really enjoyed it. Once I got over that initial hurdle. How did you find the bust version of this? Like, it must have been full on. Yeah. Full wing. Well, I'm about to do some airbrushing, which should hopefully make the wing look a little bit better. A couple of the old contrast paints. Yeah, the helmet is the piece that's given me the most trouble at the moment. Like, I sort of feel everything else looks pretty good except for that. Alright. Try and do some airbrushing and make this look a little bit better. Oh no, this airbrush needs to clean. I've been needing to clean this one for a while. I can feel the dried paint in the tip when I pull the bristles back, the thing back. Alright. So I'm going to try a little bit of white. from below. Let's see how we're going with this. Whee. Yeah, I'm gonna need a clean on this. I do both, mate. I'm gonna. What I generally do is airbrush up to do some transition smoothing, and then after that, I move into airbrushing down to add shadows. And that way you kind of get the best of both worlds, but you do have to be quite precise, and I usually have to do some like dark lining afterwards to make sure that I neaten everything up. Alright, actually before I do any more airbrush, check these out, friends. These are a commission I'm doing. As you know, I don't do many commissions, but I painted the Cursed City set, and the dude who bought it was like, hey, do you want to paint these? And he sent me pictures of the models, and I was like, yes, as a matter of fact I do want to paint those. What a glorious success for both of us. So this is Belladama Volga, first of Virkos. Nice rock, love a rock. Some wolves, they'll be fun to paint. She looks fun, she looks pretty fun. Yeah, nice sword, a few bits and pieces, so she'll be nice. So yeah, these are all from, I don't know, some army you can get. This is Radikar the beast version of Radikar the wolf, when he turns into a beast. I wonder if I can not paint these little fucking idiots, because that's like 17 dudes. Hello Neshland. Yeah, whatever they are, Bucks, I don't care. They're just cool figures, man. This one is called Kritza the Rat Prince. I'm ambivalent on this guy. He's very slender. He will be probably less than fun. These two, Goblin and Doralia Van Denst, struggling for names, aren't they? Fucking G'd up. Yeah, I do love a witch hunter. Do love witch hunter. Why do the witch hunters join with the undeads? Can you explain that to me, Bucks? What's going on there? That makes no fucking sense. Why are they in the same army? Wouldn't they just spend the whole game trying to shoot the vampires? Ah. And this one, which is a classic. This is a classic figure that's been done by many painters incredibly well, and I look forward to doing it to a substandard result. But yeah, the best part about my commission, literally the best part, because I was like, fuck, that was like 6 months ago. How the fuck do I remember what colours to paint them? Well, guess what? It's all on stream. I painted them all on stream, so I'm gonna be able to go back and look at the figures and find out how I did them. Go me. Let's go a little bit of Cygor Brown. Yeah, Nashland, I've got a new diorama coming up in the new year. It's going to be a cyberpunk city. That'll be a fun one. And then I've also got a big battle scene between the Ultima Thule ones planned. And then I've got one more diorama planned as well. What's my other diorama? Oh yeah, the scale 75 Zodiac one. That's my plan for next year. 3 big dioramas. Seems fine. totally normal. Given that Camelot nearly fucking broke me, it may be a mistake, but we're gonna do it anyway. Well, what I'm thinking about that, I don't know if you remember the second Hunger Games. They had a clock as the fucking arena with 12 sections. I sort of want to try and do 12 individuals across, TikTok. So there's 12 sections and then a cornucopia in the middle. Come on, Baz. Oh. Yeah, so it'll be on a circular plinth the same way that Camelot was a circle. And then it'll be divided into 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever. You get my point. And then I'll basically do different sort of designs of this. So this pie slice will be the air signs. This pie slice will be the water signs. This one will be the fire signs and the earth signs, or whatever the correct order is. And then I'll try and do scenery that kind of links each section together, but have some sort of symbology of the zodiac symbols. You know, what one might be like a stone in the base for Taurus or whatever the fucking symbol is, and you know, one might have a ruined temple with that carved in it. You know, just try and tie them all together. That's my plan for that. Yeah, that's unformed at the moment. Want to get the models first. Yeah. And then there's the 13th one, whatever that figure is. She's going to sit in the middle. And that's my plan for the Zodiac Kickstarter. The Ultima Thule one is a little more elaborate. So Ultima Thule, my plan for that one is I'm going to have probably a weird shaped one. I'm not sure, because I don't think I want this one to spin around. This one will spin around. Maybe a fucking trapezoid. Some sort of shape. Tree spoons, g'day mate. Yeah, I think so, but we'll try and tie it together somehow. Yeah, so I'm going to have this one be like a big battle scene. G'day, Avid37, welcome. Where we'll have the mountains of Hyperborea on this side, and then some destroyed Roman ruins in the middle here. Tree spoons, g'day. I will keep going with this in a second. I'm just explaining some weird stuff. And then so then we'll have a battle scene where I want to try and convert all the figures to be like in more combat poses and stuff. So there'll be like ruined columns and this sort of shit, and then they'll be fighting each other. All of them, all the figures from the diorama will be fighting each other, and there'll be chariots and stuff. That one's probably going to be next, actually. That one's probably going to be before the Cyberpunk City plan, because I think we'll get that one early next year. And the Cyberpunk ones are a fair way off. We'll wait and see. Yes, indeed. A 3D printer will be helpful. Find some good Roman ruins, scale them to the right size, and away we go. Alright. So So I really wanted these wings to be quite dark because I feel like the piece has so many things going on that we need something that's just a bit darker, just to take some of the focus away. So I darkened it up a fair bit. Alright, so the next project after this one is already decided. It's going to be the Goblin from Lucas Pina. And here it is. Yeah, it will be a huge scene, mate. It'll be big. It'll probably be 3 foot, maybe. G'day, Raven Cat. Yeah, so we're going to do this one next. This will be a nice little one. Yeah, nice little fun one to do on stream. Beautiful figure. Just absolutely ridiculous figure. I saw, you know, that dude who did this version with the really beautiful purples in the metal and stuff? I saw you commented on it. I can't remember the guy's name. It's the first thing of his I've seen. I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, Jorge, whatever it is. George, however you want to pronounce it. Fucking ridiculous. I sent him a message and said, can I buy that? I loved it so much. He said, I'm not selling it at the moment, but if I decide to, I'll let you know. So I hope he does, because it's just sublime. Come, would you? Oh, no, he's playing a shot. Oh, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. The metal was just, yeah, it's really, really nice. You know, as you know, mate, we see a lot of incredible figures all the time, and it's rare to see one where you're like, oh my god, that's brilliant and unique, and I've never seen anything like it. And that was how I felt about his bust. So, yeah. Alright, let's just get a little bit of smooth highlighting. Good night, buddy. Yeah, you're a legend. Hey, we'll hopefully be doing a catch up on Discord on a paint on the weekend. So if you get out and about on the weekend, probably Sunday afternoon, and you want to catch up for a paint, it'd be good. On your Muji. I think you might have missed him, Space Toy. He's just heading off to bed, pal. or not. Oh, great delivery. See you, mate. Cool. I think... Oh, I was going to say I might glue it to the base, but I don't think I will. Let's have a look at the base. Anything we want to do? Yeah, I might just tweak a few things here. You know, every now and then I do something awesome. Look at this. This little bit here. That's just fucking magnificent, Dano. You should fucking be a professional miniature painter. You're a fucking legend. Get it done. Alright, yeah, this is cool. I don't want to overcomplicate this. I feel like I've got some cool colours and interesting bits in this. Don't want to make it too much of a focus because you can barely see any of this when she's standing on there. So let's have a look at this face, shall we? This is actually going to turn out to be one of my coolest pieces, I reckon. Pretty stoked about that. Played 2 board games on the weekend. A wonderful game called Clash of Cultures, which has become very quickly one of my top civilization games, if not my top civilization game on the market right now. Just very recently released in an edition called the Monumental Edition, after being out of print for a long time. It is a sensational game. Absolutely sensational. Let's zoom in on this. Civ game. Exploration. researching different technologies, different civilizations. Absolutely phenomenal. I played as Rome on the weekend. You can have leaders. I had Gaius Julius Caesar. I'm sure many of you are unsurprised to know, playing Rome, that I used Caesar. Get. Oh, good try. Oh, Bartlett's getting belted. And then very recently the Tapestry expansion came out. Another one of my favourite games. So, played a game of that. It's an interesting take, isn't it? My guess. Good catch. Good catch, Sammy. Yeah, look, there's probably an element here of this particular gentleman being a little jealous of someone who can paint a little bit better than him. It's a sad reality, but yeah, a number of people that work in those stores, definitely not all of them, a number of them, derive a lot of self-worth from the world of toy soldiers, and yeah, unfortunately that comes out in weird ways. This is an example of one of those weird ways, by saying that someone who's a good painter and doing things that many people would find inspiring is killing the hobby. I'll make a counterpoint to that though, and that's there are painters who exist on a level that is so much better than what we do. The Mark Masklins of the world, you know, that probably do challenge people a little bit. You know, give them a momentary situation where they ask themselves, well, fuck, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I'm never going to be as good as that guy. Which is an absolutely shit-house perspective to take, and the reason why many of those people will never be as good as that guy because of that. Because of that attitude. But yeah, it sounds to me like that guy's coming from a perspective of a bit of jealousy there, which is unfortunate. I could be wrong. Happened a few years ago, so I'm probably due for one. Aha! Book 4. How good was Book 3, by the way? Shadow you've read? Book 3. Unbelievable. Mate, shit just hits the fan in Book 3. And it's like the series hits the accelerator from that moment on. It is just unbelievable. Book 4 is good, Summer Night. Book 5 is one of my favourites in the whole series. Introduces some of the best villains in the whole fucking series. Blood Rights. 6 is good. 7, I'm actually rereading 7 at the moment. 7 is just unreal. So good. It's called Deadbeat. It's fucking survived. But yeah, mate, it just keeps getting better from book 3. 1 and 2, they're sort of, they're okay and you enjoy them and you read them, but it's when book 3 comes along that he just hits the gas and it's like, fuck. Come and talk to me when you finish them all. I'm fucking pumped. I'll talk about them anytime. Anytime. The Dresden Files. Get in. Magenta. Yeah, so to go back to my my little rant, many people that work in shops won't necessarily specify just Games Workshop there because it's most hobby stores. They attract a class of people whom derive a lot of their self-worth from the diminishing of other people. It's not all the time, and it's probably not even conscious, right? In many cases, I'm certain it's not conscious. But it's because they, in their past, have been in a situation where they've been bullied or picked on for their hobby, for anything in their life, whatever it may be. And they get into a situation where they have a modicum of power and they leverage that power in a variety of unfortunate ways. And one of them is making other people feel worse about themselves. And this, as I said, this is not conscious, I don't think, in many cases. I think people just, find themselves in a position of power and don't really know how to navigate that well. I speak from experience of being on the other side of the counter and not knowing how the fuck to do anything constructive and positive. So that's where my perspective comes from in this, from being one of those people who wasn't good at connecting with other gamers or people. Now we're in a really wonderful hobby, right? It's rare to meet people that are genuinely, actively out to get you. I don't think that someone like that's actively trying to harm people or be an absolute fucktard, but I don't want to go on too much of a rant because we all bullied at stages in our lives for this hobby and things that we were enthusiastic about. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad take, it is intimidating. But to say that it's actively bad for the hobby, that's just wrong. Anyway, it's an interesting question. It's an interesting question. there's a moment where you've got to recognise that, you know, other painters got to where they are because of hard work and effort, and you too can have hard work and effort if you want to. That shouldn't be something that drives people away. That should be something that inspires people to want to do more. But yeah, there's a wider issue here, which is a cultural one about younger people, generational thing where people don't really want to put in the time to improve, progress as a painter. Life as a human being. As I said, I don't want to go into a rant because I get very annoyed when people say things like, oh, it's time for me to fucking snap my brushes and I'll never be as good as you. And I feel like saying most of the time, and on many occasions I have actually said this, yeah, you fucking won't be with that attitude, mate. If you keep telling me you'll never be as good as me, I can guarantee you one thing. You'll never be as good as me. The question you should be asking is, how do I get as good as you? What do I do to achieve that? But yeah, something for a broader conversation. You know, I just had white eyes before, and I was actually pretty into it. It's an achievable target for the heaters. Let's try this idea and see if this looks any good. if anyone hasn't watched season 3 of Titans, I'm very much enjoying it. I'm sure most of my American friends have already watched it, given that it came out earlier in the year. But Australian friends, yeah, season 3 Titans, get amongst it. Come on, Lindy. Come on. You tell him, Bucks. It's a, like, yeah. It's a niche hobby. We very rarely get the cream of the crop of human beings in the world pumping about little toy soldiers. When we do get one, we should be very grateful for that fact. Oh, Maddison's opening the bowling. That's outrageous. Get after him, Linny. I can put him in the stands. 36 off the first over. Go, son. Alright, let's just zoom out a little bit here because I feel like this is looking pretty crispy. Don't mind it at all, really. Oh, Linny, come on, mate. Have a bash, son. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, little bit of toenails. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I think we can move to gluing it to the base. Let's do it. Oh, run away for 4. Go, 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 go. Guilty. All right. Got to get this angle. Get there. Yes, got to get this angle right. This is a fantastic example of how you can really, be very precise with your figure and have no flaws, seamless transitions, all over. How good. Oh, get out! 6! He's gone 4, 4, 4, 6! Linsanity! Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, I think we're cooking with some gas here. This is pretty cool, really, isn't it? I like the subtle blues in here that's tying into this. I like the subtle purples, less subtle I guess over here, but that's tying in there, which is nice. Might just grab some of this. Do a little bit of rock work now. Look at this, seamless transition. You would not even know that existed. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Oh my God. So I want to add some... Oh, he's had a fucking go at that too. I want to add some rivulets of like rust running down the rocks. But one thing that was jumping out at me was I don't want to just go wasting all this time painting rocks when the majority of them are covered up anyway. So we'll just see how we go. Oh, g'day, Wes. What's going on, mate? You gonna make it down to Crimson Brush, you reckon? Close to your neck of the woods. Awesome, mate. Cool to see you there. You know, I wouldn't say I love Americans, but you know, it'd be fine if you were there. Fair, mate, fair. Ah, thanks, Nicky Minis. We're doing our best. Alright, well, as you know, I'm quite partial to not painting the backs of minis because no one ever looks, but people do tend to look at this angle, so I probably need to tweak a little bit of this gear here, so let's do that. Come on, go boys. Do. Ooh, I've made a terrible decision. Oh, ooh. Yes, I've had a couple of people on the call for a few streams now. Quite good. When I first started this figure, well, I was just a bit nervous about all of the detail. Right, there's so much detail, and I think I was worried about that. when I loaded it up and actually started doing it. Like I'm in love with the figure in terms of like all the stuff that's happening on the figure, but when you see the figure and then you have to paint the figure, that's two different things. I loved it when I saw it. I was like, yeah, this figure's fucking mad. And then I had to paint it, and I was like, this figure's fucking terrible. What am I doing to myself? Oh, get out. Get there. Oh, he's a fucking machine. He's fucking on fire. Lead Sanity! Haha, g'day Chuhan. What are you doing now then? Bucks, you want to get on now, do you, mate? Outrageous. Lenny's on fire. Let's give this a varnish. Yeah, so am I, mate. You want a fucking medal? Insanity. He's on fire. We'll have an opportunity to earn one soon. Oh, oh. Thank you, Chuhan. I am also loving that gold. Oh, he's bowled him. No! Alright, Maxi, it's up to you now, mate. Don't fucking collapse on us. You know, I think I'm just about done with this piece, friend. I'm not sure that there's much else that's jumping out at me of like, hey, you really need to do this. I feel like it's a reasonably solid piece of mine. Came out okay. I'm not probably not going to win any medals for it in terms of like best Deno piece ever, but yeah. The wings came out really nicely, I think. Oh, good delivery. Good delivery. Mary Luz, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm just not sold on the eyes yet. Yeah, I guess they're okay. Alright, I'm going to varnish it. Spray varnish. I shall return very shortly. Stand by. The reason I did this on stream, spray varnish, is I'm about to do some gloss as well. Get there. Yeah. Go Maxi. I'm going to do gloss on a couple of things. Speed that up a little. So yeah, we're going to do gloss on the water and the orb. And then we're going to do some gloss dribbles. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's come out pretty neat, friends. I want to do the gem on her chest. That'll help with that little bit. So I'll show you, I think I've done this on stream before, this isn't a shocker, brand new trick of the trade or anything, but I really like this for doing just really subtle water effects. If I can find the fuckers, there they are. Yes, I think. So I've got some Mod Podge here, which is a little bit thicker than the gloss varnish. And I bought these little things, these are called micro beads. You can get them from like little little bead and jewellery stores. They're pretty small, and I bought these and they were like, yep. I said, how much for like this many of these? And they were like 6 cents. So I think I just paid them $1 and stuff. But if you can just get them on a moist brush, and they just look like little water droplets. Really cool. So yeah, so I like to add them to waves and splashes. Yeah, I bet they are. So we're just going to put some Mod Podge over here and have a play with this. This is a bit thicker than the these probably aren't gonna stay in position forever. You can attach them with super glue if you want. I think they just add a couple of little things. It's a very subtle effect, but I like it. I think we might... oh, is that a catch? No, you fucking idiot. Maxi. What are you doing, Maxi? Oh, oof. Alright, just going to spray this with a hairdryer and try and speed that up. And then we'll sign it. Party Monday Kung Fu, indeed. That should be sufficient. We'll let the rest of that dry. Let's peel this off. I'm excited. Where'd you start your peeling from, Dino? Dino, what the fuck are you doing, mate? There, gotcha. No, don't gotcha. Come on, Dino. Why do you do this? Excellent. You can already see I have my party attire on. Let's see how this little edge ended up. It's not a good edge, really. Oh yeah, that actually came out right. Yed Haro, never done one. But yeah, as you paint more display stuff, you do tend to notice a difference in resin quality and what have you. I think we'll sign here. Mm. Mm. There's some pieces where I should paint the back, and I think this is actually one of them where I should probably paint the back, but I shan't. So here's my philosophy on painting the back. You should only... Oh no. You should paint the back if, first of all, you want to paint the back. Second of all, you should paint the back if the figure is on a circular base and you're going to turn it to an angle such that you'll see the back of the figure. And this one probably falls into that category. But, yeah. The third time is if you're painting for a competition, in which case you should absolutely paint the back. This is my own personal display stuff. Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. We're going to look at it from this angle. We're going to look at it from this angle. And look at it from this angle. This angle, nah. I am pleased with this outcome, friends. I'm pleased indeed. For those who've just joined, let's have a little look at this figure again. Ooh, she's not super sturdy. Oh, she's alright. Let's look at this. Yeah, I bought this. It's from CHK Studio. That's awesome. And I love it. I talked about why I loved it earlier in the stream, but look, he's painted the back, but he hasn't painted the back on this thing much. Shot. Deserved a 4. Yeah, this is great. This is super cool. I love her. She is mine. She joins my collection, and she is very pleased about doing so. Who did this version of this figure, or who created this figure? This is from Big Child Creatives. It's called Northern Wind, and the painter was Tony Garcia from CHK Studio. Yeah, you have it. I believe you even started painting it and followed it by mine. I have a pretty cool collection now. Yeah, we might do an end of stream. That's a fair observation. I think you might have even copied my version of it on the stream that I did. You know what I love? This is great. Seeing the way people do different leathers. Look at this. Look at the leathers down here. So he's got this bit here to reinforce that this is the light. This is where the light is coming from. So this area is a lighter value than anywhere else on the leathers. Same with this. It's in the position where the light joins. So, but yeah, just you know, the colours that he's picked for these leathers, and then he's just pumped this green in there. Like, why? I don't fucking know. But it looks mad. Like he's just fucking gone bloop, 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 with some green. Just fucking get in. And then he's got some here. Fucking calm down, Tony. Couple little spotties over here. Just fucking legit. Oh look, have some of this right here if you want. Some of that bad boy. Get amongst it. Love it. It's always good to look at the volumes and how people choose to interpret the volumes. And one of the things I've taken away from this piece, you know, I try to buy pieces and then review them and think about. One thing I tend to struggle with is I don't really have like just spots of high value, and then mid-tones and then deep shadows. I tend to go too much high value across a larger area. But you know, he's got bang here, 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 and a bit on the schnoz are his highest value areas, and that's it. And then on the Bubicles, he's got the same thing here. Little something on there. Get off, you little fucker. Fuck off. Yeah. Highlight here. Highlight here. Couple of highlights here. High on this shoulder. It's just really intentional placement of the high highlights, and I think I missed that in my pieces. He's gone for a more defined musculature than I did down here, which I like. You know, this is. Hey, thanks, Paulie. Yeah, cut myself while I was pulling it out of the box. Yeah. The great thing about seeing other works in their hand is, and I've said this before, and you know, don't take this as an insult, Tony, if you're ever listening, but mate, they're not perfect, you know. They're great, but they're not perfect. And you really get to see those flaws and appreciate those flaws. You know, this is an area that's, you know, when you see it from a distance, you just go, fuck yeah. How convincing is this as a steel and rusted steel and metal and blood and blah blah blah. And you look it up close and there's little fucking bits of jobbos everywhere. What the fuck's this little bit here? It's not perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect for it to be good. And I think that's one of the things I've really appreciated about, I guess what I would call the Spanish style. You know, the richness of colour and the brush strokes, the texture. Sergio Calvo Rubio likes to call it información. You know, this information here is just adding to a more detailed, nuanced story that I very much love. Doesn't need to be perfect for it to be good, friends. And that is the wonderful note that I'm going to leave you all on. Another model goes in the cabinet. G'day, Ross Poole. G'day, mate. Thanks for joining, my friend. We finished this one tonight, friends, and I think we can call it a reasonable achievement. I like it. I like it a lot. It's going to be a fucking bitch to photograph, though. Look at this thing. This is my favourite bit. This little fucking bit right here is my favourite bit on the whole model. Let's zoom in and have a look at that bit, shall we? Look at this. Wow. That's a magnificent little bit there. Looks like metal. Deno, you've outdone yourself. Look at that. Let's get in real close. Let's see if we can get even closer. A bit more information. Can we get that information, or is that too much information? That might be too much information. What about now? Camera struggle town. Too much information. Come on, Sergio. Help us out. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I am one with the knob and the knob is with me. Just a little bit at a time, Deno. Come on, mate. Come on, you can get there. No. No. All right, well, we've reached peak information here. Peak information. Look at that. That's just beautiful. That's beautiful stuff. I should stream this shit, really. That's magnificent. You know, just... But the best bit about it, right, the best bit about it is you zoom out like a smidge more. And look at that, mate, it fucking looks like a shiny bit of metal. Shiny little knobbo right there. Fucking hell, you love to see it. You love to see it. Magnificent. Great way to finish the stream, friends. Knob watch. Wow. Let's get on to let's get on to finding some fucking champions that we can raid. CHK, let's raid CHK because we just painted his fucking figure. Let's go. Raid.
Me ambientan unos lanceros alados.
Too much knob cam maybe against Twitch terms of service. You could be right, Joe Danner. But let's raid CHK and tell him we all looked at his model and thought it was fucking sublime. Thanks, friends. I'm back on Wednesday, starting the Goblin bust from Spira Mirabilis. Should be great fun. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I hope I'll see you all there. Let us go.
¿Cómo van a enfocar la estética de la build para que no sea un Age of Sigmar 2.0 y que mantenga ese cariño, ¿no? Ese, ¿cómo te diría? ¡Hombre! Friend, Big Geno, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for